So good morning students. Today we are going to understand about the three different pointers, that is character pointer, integer pointer and float pointer. So these pointers are not some special pointer, rather it will depend on the type of the pointer variables. So this we will understand with the help of this program. This is also a very small program. In this program, we will also understand the the relation of these pointer variables with the different addresses. Means on the basis of the memory that these pointer variables, or we can say these types like character, integer and floats, occupies the memory. Like character occupies 1 bytes of memory, integer occupies 2 bytes of memory, and float occupies 4 bytes of memory. So let us see. So we have taken the program. In this we have taken three variables. First variable is character type, it is C, and the value of C is A. Its value is A, capital A. So its ASCII equivalent will be 65. And second variable is, this is I, and its value is 16. It is of integer type. And third variable is F. F it is float type, and its value is 59.6. And then we have declared three variables. First variable is three pointer variables. So first pointer variable is, this is CP. So we can say this CP is basically, this is character pointer. Character pointer. It means it will store the address of that variable which is of character type. Means it can store the address of this particular value. And the next is, this is integer pointer we can say, and this is IP. So this is integer pointer. Integer pointer. It will store the address of other variable which is of integer type. So we can say this pointer variable, that is IP, it can store the address of this particular variable, that is I equals to 16. And the third one is, this is float asterisk FP. This is float pointer variable, float pointer. So we can say this is float pointer, and it can store the address of a float variable. Means we can say in this example, it can store the address of this particular variable, that is F, and its value is 59.6. Now here further we have taken these three pointer variables, that is CP, IP and FP. So CP will hold the address of C. So we can write here CP equals to ampersand C. It means it will give the address of C, or it will hold the address of character, that is C. And then IP equals to ampersand I. It means this integer pointer will hold the address of this particular variable, and its value is 16. It means it will hold the address of this 16. Then FP equals to ampersand F. It means it will hold the address of this float variable, its value is 59.6. So these three pointer variables will hold different addresses, and that is, first will store the address of character variable, it will store the address of integer variable, and then it will store the address of this F. Now we come here, as soon as we assign these three values, like its value is A, its integer value is, this is 16, and its value is 16. Now we come here, as soon as we assign some value to a variable, it has some address in the memory that we have already seen in previous examples also. So this is 65, this is binary, this is ASCII value of A. So we can say this is the value, these are the values, like this is the value of character C, and this is the address in the memory. So this is 65525. So we can say this is the address and these are the values. We can say value, and this is the variable. This is variable. So its address is 65525. Now one more concept is, because character takes 1 byte of memory, it means it will require one memory location or one location in the memory, or we can say it will require only one address. But on the other hand, this is integer type and it is I, it is having the value, this is 16, and its address, because it occupies 2 bytes of memory, it means it will require 2 addresses. First address is 65522 and second address is 65523. Now we will see how these addresses, means how these addresses are taken by the pointers. Normally pointer takes the base address, or we can say that hold the first address of the memory. It means if we are declaring an integer pointer variable, like here we are declaring a pointer variable, this is IP, though it will occupy 2 bytes of memory, it will require 2 memory locations, but this pointer variable, that is IP will hold the address of I, so it will have only this particular address, that is the first address, or we can say this is the base address. This is base address. So this is also an important point. Now further, here we want to print the address contained in character pointer. So address contained in character pointer is %u, this is %c. So it will print its address of C is 65525. So it will print 65525. Now the second statement is, we want to print the address contained in integer pointer. So it will print address contained in integer pointer. Now the value of I is 16. The value of I is 16. So this will be binary equivalent of 16. Whatever the value is, this will be binary equivalent of 16. And because I, this is an integer variable, it will take 2 bytes in memory. So it will require 2 memory locations. So these are the 2 memory addresses. One is 65522 and second is 65523. But this pointer, integer pointer, it will hold only, or we can say it will store the first address, that is the base address. So its value will be 65522. So it will print 65522. Now we come to the next statement. Here we want to print address contained in float pointer. Now again we will see, because float variable takes 4 bytes in memory, it means it will take 4 memory addresses, but the float pointer variable will hold or will store the only one address, that will be the base address. So here also the value of f is 59.60, that we can see here, its value is 59.60 and it occupies 4 bytes of memory, 4 bytes. It means it will have 4 addresses in the memory, but this float pointer will store the address, this particular address, that we can say the first address, and this is the base address. So it will print 65518. These 3 are left. So it will store, the float pointer will store only the base address. So this 65518 is printed. Now we want to print in the next statement we want to print the value of C. So value of C is, we can see its value is A, but here we are printing this value in a different way. Again here we are using the value at address operator, means CP is this is the address of character, that is C, and the address at this particular address, the value at this address is, this is A. So it will print A. Now in the next statement we want to print the value of I, and the value of I, this is integer, its value is 16. So obviously we can see from here the value is 16, but again we are printing this in a different way. Here we are using this address at, this is address, sorry, value at address operator. So here the value will be, this will be, it will print 16. Now the third one is, we want to print the value of F, that is the float, and its value is 59.60. Again we are printing the value, at address, which address? 65518, 65518, and the value is, this is 59.6. So in this way we can print the different values. So these are the 3 pointers, that is character pointer, integer pointer and float pointer. So I hope that you would be definitely benefited from this. In the next video we will see some very interesting concept of the pointers which are related with the function, in which we will understand about the call by value and the call by addresses. Thank you.